Hello everyone, welcome to Sarrthi IAS. 3 days ago, we have launched our PSIR Quality Enrichment Program for UPSC Mains 2025. About that program, there were several doubts and queries to the students, and in this video, I will try to answer and I will try to resolve all the queries and doubts about this particular program. Okay, so the first query is how the program is going to benefit. Okay, I have done my foundation notes once, but in a very crude manner, and I am on the borderline with this prelims 2025. Okay, fine. So will QEP plus will benefit me? Okay, now the important thing is that how QEP plus or QEP is going to benefit you. So the first important thing is that in the QEP sessions, even if you have only read once, okay, or even if you haven't read any topic, so in the QEP sessions, we already know what will be the next topic according to the schedule. About that particular topic, what are the important themes and what are the important topics which you have to read, I am going to tell you in the earlier session. So this will help you to figure out that what are the most important topics you have to read, so that your preparation will become very specific and you will be read and revise those topics, because the content will be very much limited. So it will be easy for you to read, revise in the limited times. Fine. So even if you have only read once, even if you have completed PSR only once, so that is also fine. There is no problem about it. Fine. At the same time, I will also keep you guiding about right approach, how to study and how to effectively revise the things in the short span of time. All such things we are going to discuss in this session. Fine. QEP is also going to help you to revise the topics, because there is a session on the alternate days and not every day. So you get one day to revise and read the topic. So that is how we ensure the revision through the QEP. Also, we ensure the content completion or content coverage, at least for the important topics, important themes, what are the important trends and what are the important themes based on the PYQ, and accordingly what are the important possible topics, what are the important possible questions. So the entire content which is enough and sufficient for the UPSC mains examination this year, that we will try to cover through the discussion of the question and answer. While discussing the question and while discussing the answer, I will not just focus on the topic, but I will also try to explain you the relevant topics, the related topics of that main topic. Okay, so my intention and purpose will be to try to cover more and maximum possible topics through the previous year question discussion itself, so that you don't have to read much from the topic, because I understand that we have a very limited amount of time, and in that we cannot spend much time on reading the things. Rather, we have to focus more upon the revision and more upon the answer writing, articulation, consolidation. So my focus will be more and more on specific content which is more relevant and important, but its multiple iterations and its answer writing approach. Along with that, I am also going to provide you short notes, which are basically synoptic notes. Okay, so through the synoptic notes, it will become very easy for you to revise the things in the limited period of time. So in this way, the ultimate purpose of the quality enrichment program is to ensure that in the limited amount of time, we not just read the specific content, but we revise them, and we know and we understand how to utilize it in our answer writing and how to interlink and how to create impromptu content. I will discuss more about the impromptu content. What is impromptu content? That I will discuss further in this session itself, or probably in our QEP sessions I will talk about it, that what is impromptu content. But impromptu content is such thing which helps us write the answer even for the 20 marker question, and even when we do not know enough content, we can create the content. So that technique I will discuss in the session, and that's why you don't have to worry about the content that you have only read once or twice. So you don't have to worry about the content, just follow the session, your content will automatically be done. Fine. Next doubt is we have our foundation notes, also we have our QEP notes. Which one to read, both are same or different? Okay. So the first important thing is that, see, foundation notes are a comprehensive notes. They are from the basic level understanding. Okay. And the QEP notes, which are the synoptic notes, they are basically specific, crisp and concise notes which we need for the mains examination. So basically, to read the entire content very properly and effectively, they are summarized in such a way that you don't need much time to complete them in the limited amount of time, without affecting and compromising the quality of the content and without missing out to any important topic. You can cover entire PSR through the synoptic notes. Fine. And also with your reading of the synoptic notes, you will be supplemented with the content through the live answer writing session, because in the live answer writing session itself I am going to provide you a lot of content which will be easy to retain, because I will explain everything in a systematic manner, in a technical manner, and in a very smart way through diagrams and flowcharts, so that it becomes very easy to even retain any theoretical definition, because even the theoretical definition, as I have already done in the PSR blueprint video, even the theoretical definitions I have tried to explain in a very systematic manner, in a very diagrammatic format, in a very flowchart format, so that it becomes very easy to understand, and once we understand, it becomes very easy to retain. Fine. Next doubt is, I have written 2 mains and my score is hovering around 200 to 210 since the last 2 mains. Okay. I came to know about the course. I want to improve my score. Can you please give me some insight on the course? Fine. Now this is a very important thing, and this is a very important doubt. There are so many, and literally there are so many students who have appeared for the UPSC mains examination with PSR optional earlier twice or thrice, or probably more than that, and they are stuck with the 220, 230 or at max 240 score, and they are not able to improve the score further till 290, 280 plus, or probably 300. Okay. Now this is not a problem for one single candidate. This is a problem for majority of the PSR candidates, and this is very serious problem, because the level of effort students are taking, they are tremendous. They are trying to do every second thing from their end, but they are still not able to achieve that golden which can help them put themselves into the final list. So that is a very serious problem, and at the same time that is a very frustrating situation when we are not able to improve our score even by taking lot of efforts. Correct. So here the quality enrichment program comes into the picture. See, improving the answer is not just a single dimensional or one dimensional aspect. To improve your quality of answer and to improve the score of your PSIR, you need to fundamentally shift your approach. You need to fundamentally understand that the approach toward this subject has to be changed. Okay, in what direction it has to be changed, how it has to be changed, that we will discuss in our orientation session. But we have to change our approach, we have to change our orientation. At the same time, I am not asking you to change your content. You can continue with your own content, but its updation is important. Correct. Its interlinkages are important, the current examples are important, and for that you have to do the value addition. So through the QEP program, we will emphasize more. First of all, we will emphasize upon how we can add the quality to our answer. So quality enrichment will be there. At the same time, we will practice so many questions, that too in a disciplined manner, that too in a real time. We will do live answer writing session, so that will also help. In the live answer writing session, we will also discuss the approach, what are the different approaches, and what are the different perspectives we can add into our answers. How can we integrate, how can we interlink the current affairs and the examples with the theory. So lot many things are there which, if we work upon them, they can really help us fetch a good score in the PSR. Also, to give you some insight on the course module, the course module will be in this manner. Live answer writing sessions will be there, and they will be on the alternate days. For example, the day 1 there is a live answer writing session on particular topic. The next day you have a break. In that break time of one day, you can utilize it completely to read and revise the topic of the next day, of the next session. Okay. So basically there are no daily sessions. The sessions will be on the alternate days, and the remaining days you can use for your revision and preparation of the next session's topic. Correct. So the topic which we will be discussing in the next session, you can read it and revise it when there is a break. Because when you come for answer writing, you must have some amount of content, you must have some amount of understanding. So then only we can work upon the further level, because we don't have to work for 240 or 250. We have to work for further improvement. We have to work for 280, 290 plus score. Correct. So for that we need the basic amount of content, we need the basic amount of understanding which we have to come up with in this session. So for that you will be given 1 day break before every session, so that you can prepare and come for this session. Fine. Next doubt is, what time of the day laws are scheduled? Okay, and will the recording classes be made available in QEP? So the timings of the classes is 6:30 p.m. I am again telling you 6:30 p.m. In the evening the classes will be conducted, the sessions will be conducted. Okay. Also one more important thing, though the classes will be live, but their recordings will be made available immediately after the live classes. Okay. So even if unfortunately for some reason if you are not available, if you fail to attend the class, live class, you can watch its recording whenever you get the time, and whenever there is a doubt you can connect with me. Fine. Next doubt is I read by optional 2 years ago. Now I feel quite difficult to complete it. Please guide me about how can I effectively utilize your synoptic notes. Okay, how can you effectively utilize the synoptic notes? See, first of all, it's not difficult to complete the syllabus. In the given period of time, we can really and we can easily complete the syllabus. The condition and only condition is that we have to know what to cover and what not to cover, what is important and what is redundant. We have to understand, we have to analyze, and that I am going to tell you in every session, that for next session what you have to read and what are the important topics and what are the possible important probable topics, that I am going to tell you. So that will make your work done about the specific reading and selective reading of the content. Secondly, see, it's our responsibility to help you how to complete effectively. So that is my responsibility. Don't think much about it, don't worry about it, that how to complete and how we will go about it. I understand it's very natural that before you join the course you have so many doubts, because you are going to appear the mains in the next 2 to 3 months, and you must definitely be feeling some, and you must definitely be having some kind of nervousness, that how I am going to and you must definitely be going through some kind of nervousness. But don't worry, we will complete the syllabus properly and effectively under the program. Again, about utilizing the synoptic notes. See, synoptic notes are basically revision friendly notes. They are very selective notes, correct? So you have a very limited content, and when we have a very limited content and a very specific and relevant content, we can save a lot of time, and we can use the same time revising the same content multiple times, and after that we can easily articulate and consolidate our content in the answer in the very relevant manner according to the demand of the question. So it becomes so the synoptic notes you can use for your revision. Fine. So the important thing which I have mentioned in the beginning of this session is about impromptu content writing, impromptu content creating. See, there are always number of questions in the UPSC examination which are very out of the box, which are very sudden, and for which we are not really prepared much, correct? So in that case, if we have the conceptual understanding, if we have the depth in our understanding, we can really write answer for any question. Even if we do not have the content, we can create the content on the spot and we can write the answer. For example, if there is a question that comment on the Plato's ideal state, then we are prepared for this question. We can easily write the answer of this question. But what if there is a out of the box question like explain Plato's ideal state in the postmodern world? Explain Plato's ideal state in the postmodern world. Explain Plato's ideal state in the postmodern world. If such kind of out of the box question asked by UPSC, then it becomes very challenging for us to write the answer. So in such a question, we have to have that deeper understanding of the subject, so that we can really write any kind of such question. For example, this question is basically very simple. For example, in this question we have to discuss about the ideal state of the Plato, his ideas, his core principles in the context of the postmodern world. In the postmodern world. So someone who really understand what is postmodern world or what is postmodernism, and someone who have really a good understanding of what is Plato's ideal state, he can really merge both the concepts and write in context of each other. Fine. So that is basically impromptu answer writing, impromptu content creation. Okay, the next doubt is, will this course benefit for 2026? Yes, definitely it will benefit for 2026. Okay, I had a query regarding QEP. Will all PYQs will be covered in the QEP program? Okay, see, now there are 30 sessions, and in each session we are going to discuss 5 previous year questions. So in such a way, 150 questions we are going to cover through that. Then there are some micro tests, and then there are some full length tests. So in the full length test, in each full length test there will be 20 questions. So in 6 full length tests, so in 6 full length tests we will be covering 120 questions, and there are some 5 micro tests. In each micro test there will be 10 questions. So 50 previous year questions we will be covering through the micro test. So basically 320 previous year questions we are going to practice directly, indirectly. Directly I will discuss 150 questions. Some other questions we will try to cover through the test series, which is a part of QEP program, which is a part of QEP Plus program exclusively. It is not in the QEP. Fine. So if you want test series also, you have to enroll for QEP Plus. So that is a major difference. So in this way, 320 previous year questions will be covered. But then if we count from 2013 to 2024, there are more than 500 questions asked by UPSC. So rest of the questions you can take up for the practice as an assignment, and you can practice further. But even if you practice 320 questions or 350 questions in this entire season, I would say that will be enough practice for the PSIR answer writing and approach building, correct? Because more focus is upon the approach building. So, and also there are many questions which are repetitive. So 320 questions if you practice, you don't have to worry about the rest of the questions. Fine. Okay, so next query is basically people who don't know Hindi, what about them? So the first important thing is that I want to tell you that I am going to explain everything in English. Okay, so basically I will try to explain everything in English first, and wherever and whatever if needed I will also explain the same in Hindi, but I will explain everything in English. Also I will explain some things, few things in Hindi also. So nothing will be missed for the English audience. Everything will be discussed in English first, and then couple of things will also be explained in Hindi. So basically the primary medium of this entire program is English only, so don't worry about it. You will not miss anything. Then the micro test and full length test be evaluated in the PSIR QEP program. Yes, the micro test and full length test, 5 micro test and 6 full length test will be evaluated in a detailed manner, in a time bound manner in this particular program. Sir, can you give me personalized mentorship even once in a month if possible? So yes, the answer is yes, personalized mentorship. So I will provide you personalized mentorship, but then I want to make it clear, but because I genuinely want to help you in your preparation, I genuinely want your score to be improved and your PSR preparation becomes a very simple and easy, I am going to have some one-to-one interaction with the students also. Now how and when I will tell you. The first session you completed, the second session you completed. After several sessions, you tried to improve your answers. You understood what we are trying to do. You understood the entire approach. You have also tried to inculcate some things from the approach in your answers, and gradually you are building upon your own approach, building upon your own answer writing methods. Okay, but after some interval of time, you may realize that okay, I have done enough. I have tried to improve answer at my level best, but then I need some intervention, I need some inputs from the faculty. Then you can connect with me. There will be a close group of all the candidates who have enrolled into the program, and I will also be there. You can directly message me or you can directly connect with me, and I will provide you the inputs into your answers. We will discuss the answers through the Google Meet or Zoom session in a one-to-one manner. So basically I am aiming that I will try to have interaction with each and every candidate at least twice or thrice in the entire duration of the course. So I hope it will benefit you in the preparation and it will help you in your preparation. Okay, I have already explained about how the 2026 students can make the better use of this course. Basically 2026 students can prepare for PSR as if they are appearing for this particular 2025 mains itself. Okay, so you create your mindset in such a way that you have actually cleared the prelims and you are appearing the 2025 mains. So have the target of 2025 mains and try to cover the syllabus and everything and answer writing in such a manner so that you are appearing for 2025 mains. So that will help you ensure the discipline, that will help you ensure a targeted approach in your preparation. And once you prepare your PSIR for 2025 mains, it is going to definitely help you further in your 2026 attempt also. Can we start with paper 2 and then we move into paper 1? So the first important thing is that naturally we have to start with paper 1 and then paper 2 we will proceed. Okay, but you don't have to worry about it. I can understand that we have a fear of current affair because paper 2 is mostly about current affairs. Specifically if we talk about the international relation, there is a lot of current affairs, but you don't have to worry about it. Why? Because first, in the international relation there are so many developments which are basically repetitive. There are so many topics which are basically repetitive. When we talk about China or when we talk about Russia, we are not only talking about China or Russia. We can talk about them in context of India, we can talk about them in context of global politics, we can talk about them in context of South Asia, we can talk about them and we can use them in several different topics. Because when you talk about India and USA, you cannot miss out the China dimension, you cannot miss out the Russia dimension. Okay, so basically all these dimensions are interchangeably used in different topics. So basically the content is very much limited for the IR, but there is a lot of repetitive use of the same content. So you don't have to worry about the IR. We will go with the flow. We will first cover the paper 1, then we will go for the paper 2. But trust me, paper 2 is relatively very easy as compared to paper 1, and we will be giving equal importance to both the subject, and we will be giving due time and due attention to both the subjects. So we will be basically starting with paper 1. Okay, so basically if you have some knowledge and if you have some understanding and if you can write fair answers, but you need improvement in answer, you need another level of you need improvement in answer, and you need the quality enhancement in your answer. So should you join the course, or you should only read the notes? See, reading notes will help you, definitely it will help you, but joining the course will help you even more, because in the course we not just read the content, we not just cover the content, but we cover it through the previous year questions discussion, answer writing discussion, and because we do it live, so it also inculcate the in our preparation. At the same time, it also help us develop the approach, develop the perspective about the answer writing. So answer writing thing we cannot do only by reading the notes. You will have to join the course for understanding the answer writing and its perspective and approach. So basically joining the course will always be a good idea. At what time the QEP plus PSR classes will be held? Every day. So 6:30 p.m. I have already mentioned, that is the timing, and every alternate day, basically not every day, every alternate day there will be classes. So basically 3 sessions will be in a week. 3 sessions in a week, and on Sundays there might be a mentorship or doubt clearing session, or there might be a test. Okay, again time I already mentioned, the duration of the session. So because I understand the paucity of time and importance of time and the limitations of time, the sessions I am going to sum up in 1.5 to 2 hours, or probably it may extend sometimes more than 2 hours, but I will try to have a duration of 2 hours. Because in this session I am not only discussing the answer, I will be also discussing some content about it, some important topics about it. So even the 2 hours of the duration of this session will be worth, and you will get benefit of it. Then you don't need to have a short notes, we will provide you short notes. Also there is one more doubt, my marks in PSR paper 2 has been pretty low, and also in case of 1B my content is scattered. So about 1B and paper 2, how to consolidate the content and how to update it, I will tell you in the coming sessions, because we are going to provide you synoptic notes, and that will be more than enough for this year's mains, correct? So these were some broadly common queries and common doubts about the program. I hope that through the discussion of these queries, you got even the better idea about the program, and you are now confident about the program, and I hope we join the program very soon. On the 2nd of June, there is a orientation of this program, and in this orientation session, the session is going to be very, very important, because in the orientation session, we are going to discuss entire approach of this subject, what the subject is about, how we have to approach, how we have to proceed further, what will be our entire blueprint of this particular program. That all important things we are going to discuss in the orientation session. So see you on the orientation session on the 2nd of June. Thank you very much for your time. See you in the next session.